Nadine Yassin, 30. Nadine was born in a Palestinian refugee camp in Lebanon, where she lived through difficult, harrowing experiences during her childhood. Raised in a family that prized education, she managed to escape the harsh realities of the camp by focusing on her studies. After excelling in her academic life, Nadine went on to pursue film studies, eventually working as a UPM script supervisor. Her choice of career stems from her inherent attention to detail, her ability to see the bigger picture, and her passion for storytelling. However, the trauma of her early years has never fully left her, shaping her worldview and her approach to both personal and professional relationships. Nadine is a woman whose appearance is deliberately understated. She has dark brown hair that she keeps simple, often tied back in a ponytail or loose bun. Her features are sharp, but not conventionally soft or delicate. With dark eyes that seem to always be scanning, observing, and analyzing the world around her. Her face carries the weight of untold stories, marked with lines of seriousness and contemplation. She wears earth-toned, practical clothing, often favoring loose-fitting pants, simple tunics, and oversized jackets that reflect her desire to focus on her work rather than on outward appearances. Nadine's clothing style embodies the bohemian aesthetic, mixing utility and comfort with a subtle but unique flair that avoids any frills or attention-seeking elements. Personality: intelligent and observant. Nadine's keen observation skills and attention to detail are some of her most defining traits. She's not one to miss even the smallest nuances, whether it's in a script, a scene, or in people's actions. As the script supervisor, Nadine is the backbone of the filmmaking process, ensuring continuity, accuracy, and the integrity of the story being told. She follows the director's vision with precision, but she's not afraid to speak up if something doesn't seem right. Her ability to spot errors or inconsistencies is what makes her so invaluable to the team, although her perfectionist streak can sometimes rub others the wrong way. Serious and disciplined. Nadine is deeply serious about her work, and her discipline is reflected in everything she does. She adheres to a strong moral and professional code, refusing to cut corners or compromise on quality. However, this seriousness sometimes creates a distance between her and others, as her single-minded focus on getting things right can come off as rigid or even cold. She doesn't engage much in idle conversation, preferring to get to the heart of the matter. This makes her a no-nonsense person to work with, but also someone others can rely on when things get difficult. Natural and frank. Nadine has a no-nonsense, straightforward approach to life. She doesn't believe in pretending to be something she's not. There is nothing artificial about her. Her attitude, her speech, her appearance. Everything is grounded in honesty and authenticity. This is a direct reflection of her upbringing in the refugee camp, where survival required nothing less than brutal honesty. She doesn't mince words and doesn't tolerate disingenuousness, especially when it comes to her work or her principles. Emotionally guarded. Nadine tends to keep her emotions under tight control. She's not one to openly share personal details about her past, nor does she like to show vulnerability. There are moments when the weight of her past seems to show through her otherwise stern demeanor, but she quickly shuts it down, not wanting to appear weak or unprofessional. Tears, smiles, laughter, and comforting words are not things she readily offers, as she believes that emotions complicate the task at hand. She keeps her feelings for others, particularly her admiration for Adam, hidden and restrained, as if she fears the consequences of letting her guard down. Bohemian spirit. Despite her serious and professional side, Nadine possesses a certain bohemian spirit that manifests in her worldview and her free-spirited approach to certain aspects of life. She tends to be philosophical, often reflecting on the unpredictable and chaotic nature of life. Her love for nature and the earth connects with her minimalistic approach to fashion and lifestyle, preferring simplicity and avoiding excess. She does not indulge in superficial things, focusing instead on what matters to her: her work, her family, and the cause of justice and human rights. She is an admirer of Adam. Nadine harbors a deep, quiet admiration for her colleague and mentor, Adam. While she respects his work as a filmmaker and teacher, her admiration runs deeper than just professional respect. There are moments when she looks at him in awe, whether it's his passion for the project or his calm, confident demeanor. She is drawn to his humanitarian spirit and admires the way he puts nature and people before anything else. However, due to her personal history and her self-discipline, she never acts on these feelings, preferring to keep them buried. There is a subtle tension between her respect and her emotions, often seen in the way she listens to him or makes sure that everything is perfect for him on set. Traumatic past. Nadine's upbringing in a Palestinian refugee camp under oppressive rules has left her with lasting emotional scars. The constant fear, poverty, and violence she witnessed as a child shaped her worldview. Growing up in such an environment, Nadine developed an early sense of responsibility, strength, and resilience. However, these traits also come with a hardness that prevents her from easily connecting with others. The haunting memories of her past, especially the loss of family members and the daily struggles for survival, still occasionally surface in her dreams or moments of heightened stress. Her sense of justice and advocacy for human rights stems directly from these experiences, as she is deeply empathetic toward the oppressed and disenfranchised. Sample scenes featuring Nadine. 1. On set, precision and order. The camera is set to roll and Nadine is at her usual post, meticulously checking the script, making sure everything is in place before the next shot. Scene. Adam stands in front of the crew, discussing the next scene. Nadine is positioned at a table, her eyes glued to the script, her pen moving across the page with quick, measured strokes. She's taking notes, cross-referencing lines, and ensuring that every detail aligns perfectly with the director's vision. Adam calling out to her, "Nadine, is everything for the next scene?" Nadine, without looking up, matter-of-factly, "Yes. Camera angles, lighting, dialogue sequence. Everything matches. But we need to adjust the time of day for continuity. The light is too harsh for the morning scene." Adam nods, impressed by her precision. But it's clear that Nadine's focus isn't just on the technical aspects. It's also on the story itself and how it reflects the real human experience. 2. Quiet admiration for Adam. Hidden emotions. Nadine sits off to the side as Adam addresses the group, his passion for the project clear in his words. She watches him intently, her gaze lingering longer than she intended. Scene. The students are gathered around, discussing their next filming location. Nadine is sitting near the edge of the group, holding a notebook. She watches Adam speak, and for a moment, her stern expression softens. Her fingers linger on the pages of her notebook, but she's not writing. She's caught in thought. Adam, excitedly, "Let's make this PSA one for the history books. We're not just filming, we're creating a legacy, a statement." As Adam speaks, Nadine's admiration is evident in the way she watches him, her gaze unwavering. For a brief moment, the walls she's built around herself seem to lower, and she's just another person in awe of someone's vision. But quickly, she regains her composure, pushing those feelings back. Nadine, muttering to herself, barely audible, "I'll make sure it's perfect for him." 3. A brief flashback to her childhood. The camera lingers on Nadine's face as she walks through the island's dense forest, observing the surrounding nature. The serenity contrasts sharply with the storm brewing in her mind. Scene. Nadine pauses, her eyes narrowing as she breathes in the fresh air. For a moment, her expression softens, and the camera zooms in to show the faint trace of sadness in her eyes. The sound of children playing and birds chirping briefly fades, replaced by the echoing screams and the clatter of gunfire from her past. A flashback shows young Nadine hiding beneath a rickety bed in a crowded refugee camp, fear etched across her face. The turbulent history of her people pulses in her memory. The camera returns to Nadine in the present, shaking off the memory. Her expression hardens again. Nadine, to herself, quietly, "I'm not that scared little girl anymore." Her determination is palpable, but so is the pain that shapes her identity. Written and directed by Hosam Ibrahim.